It was November 3rd, 2017, a Friday. The rain hadn't stopped for hours. Willow Creek was the kind of town where streetlights flickered out before they were fixed, and a local diner closed by 7 p.m. Nothing ever really happened there. Until that night. At exactly 8:42 p.m., a 911 dispatcher received a call from Thomas Grady, a 42-year-old high school English teacher. His voice was calm, too calm, and he said just 5 words. He's inside. Send help now. And then silence. The line stayed open for 17 more seconds. No breathing, no movement, just a hum of static. When officers arrived at his home 13 minutes later, the door was unlocked. Lights on. Fireplace still burning. A mug of tea sat untouched on the kitchen table. But Thomas was gone. No signs of forced entry. No signs of struggle. His car was still in the driveway. His phone was found in the living room, screen cracked but functional. The security system had been disabled manually. And the most disturbing detail, his laptop was missing, along with a single-frame photo from the living room wall. One of Thomas as a child, standing in front of Willow Creek Lake. The police searched the house top to bottom. Dogs were brought in. The lake was dredged. Nothing. Not a footprint. Not a fingerprint. It was as if he had simply evaporated. The town was stunned. Thomas wasn't the type to run. He lived alone, no wife, no kids, but he was well-liked, reliable, predictable. He'd taught at the local high school for 17 years. Students described him as kind, but distant, private. His colleagues said he never missed a day of work, never talked about his past, and never, ever let anyone inside his home. His disappearance became local legend. News vans came and went. True crime podcasts did episodes. But no leads ever surfaced. Until 5 years later. In 2022, a maintenance worker at the Willow Creek High School was cleaning out an old storage closet in the drama wing. Behind a dusty box of fake trees, he found a small digital recorder. At first, he thought it belonged to the theater department. But when he played the file, he froze. It was Thomas Grady's voice. The timestamp said it was recorded on the morning of his disappearance. In it, Thomas spoke softly, like he was afraid someone might hear him. If you're hearing this, something's happened, or is about to. I don't know anymore. I found something I wasn't meant to find. It's all in the journals. It goes back decades. And if I disappear, it wasn't random. Start with the lake. Look there, but be careful. They're watching, always watching. The audio cut off there. No explanation. No mention of who they were. But it was enough to reopen the case. Police searched Thomas's home again, this time focusing on his attic. Hidden beneath insulation, they found a locked wooden chest. Inside were 7 leather-bound journals, dated from 1975 to 1998. None were in Thomas's handwriting. They belonged to his father, William Grady, who had drowned in the lake when Thomas was just 14. The journals were disturbing. They detailed strange rituals held by a secret group in Willow Creek. Meetings by the lake, mass gatherings in the woods, references to the circle and the offering. William claimed that every decade, someone had to be taken to keep something hidden, something buried deep beneath the town. Police were skeptical. It read like conspiracy. But some names in the journals matched real people, former town officials, business owners, even a retired sheriff. And eerily, records showed a string of disappearances every 10 years, dating back to 1957, always around the lake, always unsolved. The case took a darker turn when Thomas's laptop was finally recovered in 2023. A local fisherman found it wedged between rocks near the lake's north shore, still sealed in a waterproof bag. On it were dozens of video files, self-recorded clips of Thomas reading from the journals, connecting dates, pointing out photos, even confronting former students who had parents mentioned in the texts. In one clip, recorded just 3 days before his disappearance, Thomas looks directly into the camera and says, "I think they know I've read it all. I'm being followed. Last night, I saw someone outside my window. No face, just standing there. I'm scared. But if I disappear, promise me someone will keep digging. This town is built on lies." The last video was recorded just hours before he vanished. It showed Thomas walking toward the lake, flashlight in hand. Behind him, shadows moved. Then darkness. Police couldn't verify who the shadows were. The video ended abruptly. To this day, Thomas Grady has not been found. His case is considered cold, but many in Willow Creek believe they know the truth, that the town hides something darker than anyone dares to admit. The lake has been closed off to the public since 2024, officially for environmental concerns. But locals whisper that it's something else. Today, the house where Thomas lived still stands, abandoned, windows boarded up. Teenagers dare each other to spend the night on the porch. Some claim to hear knocking from inside. Others say they've seen light flickering from the attic. And every November 3rd, exactly at 8:42 p.m., a call is placed to the local police station. No voice, just static.